Just as a little introduction of my personal testimony. I was born in San Francisco, California. And when I was 6 years old, we moved out of the United States. The first formative years of my life, I lived them in Latin America. In a country where a different language was spoken, different customs, different everything. And then to top it all off, I returned to the United States to finish high school in New Jersey. So all this bouncing back and forth, all this ping pong effect caused or had an effect of confusion in me. Instability in me. Lack of identity in me. Also, I had become an introvert. I developed a very poor self-image of myself. I always longed for my father's approval. Always was longing for dad's approval. But I never measured up in his eyes. Or at least, that was never really my reality. I'm not sure, I might have measured up, but I'm not sure. He never expressed that to me. He never told me those words. He never showed it to me. So that was my reality. That was a reality that I was living. I got to say something very important in this piece. I grew up in a home without God. I grew up in a home without God. And therefore, in the absence of God, sin is present. In the void of the absence of God, sin exists. That's just the way it is. And that is exactly what was happening in my young life. So we have confusion, instability, lack of identity, an introvert, bad self-image of myself, always longing for dad's approval, and on top of that, sin was running rampant in my young life. And just a perfect recipe for disaster, for sin to take a hold of a young person. Look at what it says in 2 Corinthians 5, verse 16. It says the following: "From now on, we regard no one from a worldly point of view." Did you catch that? From now on, we regard no one from a worldly point of view. God sees a potential of a man of God, of a woman of God, that He expects us to become, bearing plenty of fruit